You might have heard of this thing called property tours that agents have been doing for a while, or non agents, just content creators as well, because house tours always show up so well on YouTube. They always tend to get a good amount of views. So, if you can figure out a consistent, repeatable format that helps you gain traction online, why not walk through a property? It's also cool. It's fun to see and view homes, especially if it helps build your business as a real estate team leader, a broker, an agent in the industry specifically. So, in this video, I'm gonna explain a little bit about how property tours actually impress sellers. If you're new here, I'm Darren Kriz. I have over 1 million followers, 150,000 YouTube subscribers in the real estate niche, touring luxury properties. And I help agents grow their businesses with organic YouTube traction as well. So you've come to the right place if you're in the industry. So every agent wants to be on video these days. I'm sure you've been on Instagram if you're an agent and you're not on Instagram. I don't even know how you're doing business anymore, but you probably see these agents with tens of thousands of followers, and maybe some of them are fake. Let me tell you this, actually, probably 80% of the agents with large followings are fake followers. That's one thing that irks me, and one reason why I don't like the real estate space on Instagram is because of this. And I can tell as well. You can tell too. You can tell when someone pays for likes, followers, comments. It's all bots. It's all to impress people, which sometimes it does. If you say, "Oh, look, I have 50,000 followers, I can get you reach on your listing," and then you film with a videographer a short form video that's going to make you disappear with some fancy text, and then the house disappears, and then the house gets built up with this AI. I don't even know these days, but that is a trend at the moment, and that trend will fade. What's not a trend are property tours. It's timeless, it's evergreen, long form YouTube tours, and that's what sellers actually want to see. They want to see you walking through a home as if you are on a showing, because buyers want to know what it feels like before they actually arrive in person. This is how you get relocation buyers as well from overseas. They want to actually see the home as if you're walking through it. So that's what I've done on my channel and built a large following. So I'm able to get referrals and dish them out to agents all over the country. And I just know how YouTube and social media works, especially in 2026 when you have to be on top of it every single week, because the way that businesses are operating when it comes to marketing and social marketing specifically is changing way too fast. So that's why I have to have my team on it. It's why I have to be researching every single day on what is new and innovating as well, but that's for something else. So what creates actual trust is long form content. You're seeing all these agents post these videos online. You're seeing carousels, you're seeing text. Well, maybe you're remembering them if they post every day, 3 times a week, 5 times a week, but you're not gaining that trust psychologically in them. Also, with the fake followers thing, how can you trust someone that's buying followers to make it look like they have a larger social presence than they actually do? Everyone's famous in 2026. There are no more celebrities. The day of the celebrity, the day of the influencer is dead. They call it interest media now because you're only seeing what you're interested in. Let me say that again. You are only seeing on YouTube and on social media, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, what you are interested in. So if you are a buyer, put yourself in the shoes of someone that might buy a $2 million home in your neighborhood. If someone might want to buy that, then they would be searching up, oh, what does this restaurant look like at night in this area? What are some of the pros and cons of living here? How much does this actually cost? So if you go into the educational aspects of that in your area, that's what's going to be popping up. And then if they see a house tour attached to your name as well, they feel like they're walking through the property with you. And that's going to impress sellers because then they get to trust you more, because that video can get a lot more traction and real brand building than what any short form video would do for your Instagram. So authentically, if someone sees you based on the actual psychology of it, when someone is watching you for 20 minutes of time, that really is like watching over 100 short form videos. So I don't understand why people can't stay consistent with long form, but they can with short form. And that's because 99% of people that I talk to about YouTube and what their content strategy is that they say, oh, it's just whatever I'm doing that day. It's run and gun, which is great. It's easy to stay consistent if it's just on the fly. It's kind of just in the moment. You're posting what you're doing. You can stay top of mind, which is great. Stories are great. But then posting these videos at properties, it doesn't do that much when it comes to short form. I'm just saying sellers are much more impressed when it comes to you actually showing a property because that's what you're going to be doing essentially. And that can actually get views. They don't understand 5,000 views on YouTube is like 100,000 views on Instagram. It's very different when it comes to the density of each viewer. They are really getting to know you well. Think about people that you know and feel like you know. It's normally the YouTubers, it's the streamers, it's the long form content creators. You don't know and feel like you know any TikTokers or influencers on a personal level. You can't trust them. And that's why streamers have been blowing up in the last year or two. But number two is what YouTube actually is for real estate. So most agents think YouTube's social media, but it's actually a search engine. YouTube is a click first platform to where you first search up something that you're looking to find, you're scrolling a little bit, and then you see an enticing thumbnail and title that will draw your curiosity. And it could be a property in there with the personal face or body of someone that's in real estate. They look very well put together. And then there's a nice home that looks somewhat affordable and in the budget of the buyer in a neighborhood that they were thinking and interested in, or it could be an investment as well. Depends on your niche. But that's the video they're going to click and watch 20 minutes with. And then there's something in your head that will tell you, oh, wow, on minute 6, after watching this person talk about this property, how much passion they have for it, how much knowledge they have, how long they've been doing this as well. If you've been a real estate agent for 10 years and are still not on YouTube and showcasing your skills to an audience, I started in the content game pretty much when I started in real estate as well. And I realized that I just love the content space a lot more than real estate sales and the transactional aspect of helping buyers and sellers, going on showings, dealing with contracts, all of that. I like the content a lot more. Dove into this a lot more. Real estate agents have been asking me for years. And so that's why I have my company now where I help real estate agents with their YouTube systems. But so if you're probably not like that. You're probably the opposite. You probably are much better at doing the real estate sales, but you just don't know where to start when it comes to the YouTube strategy and the systems and the psychology of it. And your face, your authentic personality needs to be showcased somehow online so that not only your friend Tony really believes that your story should be told to the world, but how many more of those people can you find out there if you just talked to a camera? You'll never know until you try it. So imagine you go on a listing presentation and you can open up your booklet or show on your iPad to the sellers of a property that you have this YouTube presence, a beautiful profile picture, banner. You have many properties that you've been in. You're getting a decent amount of views, but you're getting all your leads from there. The seller that comes to you to want to list their property is going to be obsessed with you. It's not even a competition. If there's 4 agents in the room and you are the one that they know from long form YouTube, they're not even gonna think about the other 3. They're gonna be so excited to see you because they feel like they already know you. Imagine your favorite YouTuber, the one that you watch on a weekly basis. If you met them in person, you would say, it's an honor, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've seen all of your videos, even though the person standing next to you probably would have no idea who they are. That's how the world works these days. 1 out of 3 people standing on the corner right now could be a celebrity that the person behind you would worship. I went to a coffee shop this morning and the person sitting next to me on the bench walked right up to the guy next in line to order and he said, "Oh my gosh, I love your music, man. Can I take a photo with you?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, let's take a photo." He was just there to get his oat milk latte. I guess he was just some massive singer. He was literally performing at the Wiltern in Los Angeles that night. So it's like, I would have had no idea who he was. No one else cared who he was as well. That might be an LA thing, but I think anywhere you are, you can have someone with a presence that's building a seven-figure business from content that you would not even realize. I talk to business owners that post long form or organic YouTube videos to draw in organic leads on a daily basis. And I know that 200 to 500 view videos on a consistent basis produce seven-figure businesses. Now, you wouldn't even believe that unless you saw these companies and how these leads are actually getting generated. And then you have to have the funnel and you have to think about everything. But still, YouTube organic, I'm so passionate about it because it's crazy that they're pushing out these small channels these days. It is awesome. That's why this is currently a small channel and why I'm filming a video just like this to show you that it's working as long as you do the work. And that leads me into the next reason here that sellers will be impressed is because these videos do compound. The more you do, the more consistent the sellers and the homeowners will see that you are with content, which means if you're consistent at content, you're consistent at long form, which is hard. It's very hard, actually. I give a lot more respect to anyone that's doing content, anyone that's doing YouTube as a full-time gig or even on the side, because it takes a lot more work than you realize behind the scenes. To make any YouTube video, to make one, it takes a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, but the benefits outweigh the cons entirely if you can be consistent because it compounds and YouTube is evergreen. The video that you make today will get views, will get leads in 2, 3, 4 years. It is mind-blowing that you can sit here, make a video, go out to a property, film it, show a home, and then that home that you showed, the current listing that you have, that's $600,000 that you are filming a property tour at, can get you seller leads in 3 years. Can a cold call that you made today get you seller lead in 3 years? Well, unless it's through separate referrals that branch off to each other. But it's a lot easier to build that trust, to build that figure, that authentic figure that you want to be, where you're technically famous, but not known. You have built a recognized face and brand in the niche that you're building for yourself, and sellers love that. There's no competition when it comes to this. And lastly, 2026 is the year to begin because YouTube is just skyrocketing when it comes to what it's doing for small creators and businesses alike. Educational content right now is peaking more than ever. I really hope that it continues like this, and I know it will because of them hosting MLB games, NFL games, and just they're taking over the network. It's YouTube and then it's all the streaming platforms. And that's all it's going to be in a few years. And if you're not on it now, because you can't be on Netflix, but you can be on YouTube. You can build your Selling Sunset show on YouTube for free out of your room, out of your office, next to your desk, or at your listing. And that will surely impress sellers. And you can be anyone. You don't need connections. You don't need to know anyone in the space except for me. I got you right here. But thanks for watching this one, guys. If you have any questions, check out the links down in the description below. I have a free community where I help other real estate professionals with long-form YouTube strategy and house tours to build a brand to make you the most recognized agent within your niche and your market. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you on the next one.